everybody, and welcome to Rivier University Press Box for today's Great Northeast Athletic Conference quarterfinal match. The men's lacrosse team of Rivier hosting St. Joseph's of Connecticut, the Blue Jays. I'm John Collins with Tom King. Tom, you were telling me what a great atmosphere and game this was last season.
It was a quarterfinal game. I believe Emmanuel was the opponent, and it was just a really, really tight, tough, back and forth game. Rivier was heavily favored in the game. Well, I don't want to say heavily favored, but they were the home seed. And it was just, in fourth quarter, they were down late. They tied the game up, sent it into overtime. And, it sent it into, right in regulation, Emmanuel scored very late in the game to send it into overtime after Riv had taken the lead. Mm-hmm. And then it was just back and forth. It was great. The fans, they were all lined up all over the place. It was incredible.
It was a night game, wasn't it?
No, it was not. It was an afternoon game. We had done a couple of games. We had done a girls lacrosse game at Stellos earlier that day with BG, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go over to here. And I kept track of it. I said, okay, if it's close, I'll go over. And it was. And back and forth, back and forth. The overtime was spectacular. Riv celebrated as if they had won the national championship. I mean, it was that tense and that emotional of a game. Absolutely fantastic. I've never seen anything like it before. It was probably the second best athletic event I've been here covering at Riv. The best was when they won the GNAC basketball title. And we'll pause now for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And we are ready for lacrosse here at Joanne Merrill Field at Rivier University here on Nashua TV. We're also streaming on Rivier University's website. It should be a fantastic afternoon for lacrosse. It's overcast, but it'll stay dry.
Yeah, it'll stay dry. It's overcast as well, as we said. But the big thing is that Rivier this year has a lot of people who can put the ball in the net. One of them, Nicholas Tavares, had a career game here when they played St. Joe's on April 1st. 9 goals for Tavares, and that's in a 20-12 game, he scored almost half their goals. So that's a big day for him. And
he was number 3, by the way.
To me, the guy who makes this team go is from Salem, New Hampshire, Michael Ferentz. I think that he's been their best player over the last couple of years, and I think that he's kind of the stabilizer. He can play very well on both sides of the field, but he's also very good feeding, setting up plays. And if you need a big goal, Michael Ferentz is going to get it. And we're going to have a familiar name, too, a former BG player on this team, Chris Heitmiller.
Chris Heitmiller. Yeah, I recognize that right away.
Yeah, right, exactly. And so that's...
He's been a factor, too. He's been an impact player.
They could have used him today against Archbishop Stepanek and nationally ranked team that they're losing to at Stellos, or lost to at Stellos today. They were down 13-4 going into the final quarter.
It's also not every day, Tom, that you get to walk into an athletic event with the person that the field was named after. I saw Joanne Merrill coming in.
That's right. It was a fitting honor.
Yeah,
and
we're at Joanne Merrill Field here.
Yeah, a fitting honor a couple of years ago. I loved her speech when they christened it, and we're here at the beautiful $4.5 million Linda Robinson Pavilion, which was it's a great facility. They really have done a great job. and it should bring a lot of athletes to this campus.
So an infraction called on Riv in the opening faceoff, and St. Joseph will have an opportunity here to score the game's first goal.
Yeah, don't forget there's a lot of room behind the net, behind the goal. Here in college lacrosse, they play 4 quarters and 15 minutes apiece. We've done high school games where they're only 12, so it's a little different. And, of course, people who are watching us at Rivier University on their live stream know the whole deal.
Interesting looking through the schedule. There can be high-scoring games and low-scoring games at the GNAC level. We'll see how this one develops. The first shot attempt of the game by Ryan Paltoff of St. Joe's goes wide left. The Blue Jays will retain possession in the Rivier end. It looked like Rivier had won the opening face-off. They had the ground ball won, but the infraction call gave St. Joe's the opening possession. As they rip one off the goaltender, first save of the game, solid by Sawyer Gagnon, who had so many saves in these two teams' first meeting on April 1st.
Yeah, he's out of Gorham, Maine. He's been their goalie all season long.
Very calm under pressure there, and a point-blank shot.
For those of you just turning in, Rivier is in the white jerseys, St. Joe's of Connecticut. The Blue Jays are in the dark navy blue or black jerseys. And if anybody is familiar with that school, they, in basketball, about 4 years ago, they were coached by a guy I think you all know, Jim Calhoun.
Yeah, linked to the big time for St. Joe's.
They were one of the top basketball programs in the country this year in Division III.
So Rivier looking for their first shot on goal of the game, working their way in close with it. Michael Ferentz, their threat of a goal scorer.
There's a pass. Shot. See, there's Ferentz in action, getting behind the net and setting up the play, and got it to his guy with an open shot, just barely. Then all of a sudden the window closed.
Chris Heitmiller of Nashua, number 22. With that shot that rose. There's a turnaround and a save. First save of the game for Trey McCann, the goaltender for St. Joe's. Nicely done by him to see that through traffic.
Yeah, you can tell the difference in a tournament game. It's just incredible. Now I've got to do what Joanne just did, is get down on that sideline if I can get through that gate.
So a ground ball, a loose ball won by Rivier. They get the all-important possession back to try to score this game's first goal. 4 15-minute periods in GNAC men's lacrosse. Rivier controlling the time of possession early on as the ball works its way around the perimeter.
It's a long day for us here at Rivier University, John. We're going to be doing international soccer. The Eagles of Nashua, the International Soccer Club tonight.
I'm anxious to see that team later tonight right here at Joanne Merrill Field, a 6 o'clock start. This is one of 4 GNAC quarterfinal games yesterday and today. I guess there's 3 today and there was 1 yesterday where Dean won their contest. They knocked off St. Joseph's of Maine 15-9.
Beating the Monks in any athletic contest is a feat. They are a very good athletic school up there.
St. Joseph's won in Maine, as Tom just referred to, the Monks, and the other right here in front of us from Connecticut. The other 3 quarterfinals, we heard about Dean and St. Joseph's of Maine, and Johnson and Wales is playing LaSalle.
Yeah, LaSalle is the higher seed. They're number 2, and that's who the Riv would play the winner of that one, I believe.
And the other, the one with the number 1 seed is Norwich against Emmanuel, 8 against 9. Emmanuel ranked first, Tom, right? They're favorites to win this thing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if favorites. I mean, it's teams are pretty well aligned. It's one of the closer years I've seen. But what a job Jay Delanoy over the years has done here at Riv.
Yeah.
I think the first thing that really helped was the building of this field years ago, and then now the renovations. But I covered Jay when he played at Pinkerton Academy way back. Football and lacrosse player back in the 80s.
There's a shot from distance and a Save is made.
Right, I tell you, that's a great job. Again, you've got to be able to see that ball and see it. It comes in at a high speed.
Yeah.
And Gagnon is very good at that. Look at how fast Riv gets the ball upfield. Very quickly, precision passing. Now they just need some cutters.
Yeah, Sawyer Gagnon with 2 top quality saves to keep this game scoreless. Both teams have now had chances close to the goal, but of course, I think the tougher saves made by Sawyer Gagnon so far. That's a nice shot on goal, but a save made by
That's obviously
Trey
a position
McCann.
Heitmiller field. Look at that scrum in front.
Loose ball, and Rivier first to it. Out in front, shot attempt on net. Trey McCann, another fine save, saw it all the way.
Well, that was Tavares. No, it wasn't Tavares. That was Potter, Jeff Potter of Vermont. Yep.
He's right on goal, but maybe a little bit too
That was
straight on.
You know, that was just, it was a clear shot.
Yeah, in front. Oh, a missed pass, but it almost turned into a shot on goal. Went to the right of McCann. Possession fought for, and Rivier will retain. Behind the cage, Connor Eck with it, looking for an open teammate. Who will score the game's first goal? It's been elusive so far. Over 5 minutes played of the opening period. 0-0 at Joanne Merrill Field. Dancing to his left now is Kobe Mercier. Throws it into the slot area. Michael Ferentz gets knocked to the ground. Loose ball. Who's going to get it? Scrum in the far corner. And St. Joseph's comes away with it on a sprint. Jay Kajander, sophomore defender from Reading, Mass. Gains some ground. Throws it over midfield. Dancing to his left is Christian Decker. A threat to score for the Blue Jays. Our camera crew today, Tim O'Neill and Dylan Smith here on Nashua TV and streaming on Rivier University's site as well. We are live on April 29th of 2023, quarterfinal opening round of the GNAC tournament. Decker passes high. Great one-handed reception by Ryan Paltoff. Paltoff fended off at the corner. Decker to Paltoff out in front. Spin move, ball on the turf, picked up cleanly by Adam Haley. Great defensive play.
And don't forget, that's still the big key in lacrosse, John, is the ground ball pickup. You know, those are the 50-50s that you've got to win.
And I'm noticing right away how little time the ball spends on the ground at this level of play. We do a lot of high school games. There's some good high school teams, but that is the key, how quickly you can get
this is a level that we're not used to.
Right. And St. Joe's scoops up the loose ball. That's Michael Callahan. Ran it to Traxley, I think it was number 6, Evan Baden, to get called for a foul on the far side of the field. Offsides, it'll be a turnover against the Blue Jays. So Rivier avoids a fast break attempt there by St. Joe's of Connecticut, and Rivier back on offense. 7.5 minutes. We're exactly halfway through the opening frame. 0-0. As the ball works its way near side. Sawyer Hall of the Raiders with it, number 26, as he flips it to Kobe Mercier. Mercier surveying the field, looking for an opening of some kind or an open teammate. Mercier,
so many guys that could score on this team. Look at this.
Mercier goes low. It might have been deflected by a defenseman. Solid in the cage. Trey McCann, senior goaltender of Simsbury, Connecticut, number 10.
But if you're St. Joe's, this is the start you want, right?
St. Joe's has numbers on the rush. Save is made by Sawyer Gagnon.
And a foul is called somewhere, so someone will see who's going to be a man down.
It's a dangerous spot. It looks like St. Joe's celebrating that the foul may be against Rivier.
Riv, yes.
The restart here could be problematic. Illegal body check is the ruling. And that shows that not quite everything goes in men's lacrosse, although contact is allowed.
You're going to see a much more physical game than we've seen at the high school level, that's for sure.
So St. Joe's looking for that first goal of the game for either team.
And a man up.
And a man up. Shifting position, Ryan Paltoff. He's had a lot of touches for the Blue Jays so far early as they pass it around the outside. Paltoff has it. He's looking to Christian Decker to get open for a one-timer. Chose not to go that way as they sling it up top. Number 29 is Nick Petrocello.
And they've got a half a minute left in that penalty.
Yep. Cam
and
Fonseca
49 on the shot clock.
Decker back to Paltoff. In front, the one-time attempt doesn't go for Evan Zimnock.
Yeah, I think this St. Joe's right now is looking for the perfect shot. I think at some point they're going to have to just let one fly.
Paltoff retrieves it. Decker scores.
They do.
The one-timer for Christian Decker, the sophomore from Bristol, Connecticut, makes it a 1-0 game.
Great pass from behind the net, but you see that what the man advantage does, it leaves Decker open, and he's able to just shoot it right in very quickly. Gagnon had no time to react.
Before the man advantage would expire, they found the open man and the open sector of the goal. It was top corner, far side, and well placed by Christian Decker for the game's first goal. 1-0. It was a long time in coming. Almost.
Now that's a good lacrosse
9
game
minutes
when the ball's not popping in and out of the net all the time. That's what a tight playoff game should be in the sport of lacrosse.
Samuel Barbetti right off the face-off charges down and rips one high and wide. Trying to score within seconds of their opening tally. Blue Jays with control of the game right now, up 1-0 and with the ball. 5:50 to go first quarter. They had a strong start in their earlier meeting. There's a loose ball, an errant pass. And on the fast break comes Rivier. Charging downfield, Scott Miller dishes to Connor Eck.
Good job by St. Joseph's to get back on defense and cut off Eck on the left wing side. The long stick midi right there.
It was a 5-4 advantage for St. Joe's in their earlier meeting. Much lower scoring game here in the rematch. 5-4 lead in the first quarter, and then
playoff lacrosse, John.
Yeah, different story. Jeffrey Potter to Kobe Mercier. Now works its way around to Michael Ferentz. Ferentz looking to make a move. Shouldering off the defender, Michael Callahan.
Now look at that dodge. Nice move as he goes inside. Now he's forced outside by the defender.
Double teams. Shot and goes wide to the left.
He went low.
Yep.
And that just carried it a little bit too far to the left.
Kobe Mercier slinging one. Misses to the far left, and now jostling the ball handler, St. Joe's wins possession as they come out of their own end.
That's a tough turnover there.
Yep. Takes the pressure off as they're having trouble working it out. Jay Kajander gives it back to the goaltender. McCann looking for an open teammate, and he finds right down the middle a long stick defender taking it upfield. Micah Tarleton gains ground as St. Joe's flips the field and now goes back on offense. Any concerns here, Tom, early for Rivier?
It's early.
Yeah,
I think they haven't gotten into an offensive rhythm yet. They haven't distributed the ball and gotten into all their scores. St. Joe's doing a good job on defense. What St. Joe's is going to do, though, is see what they want to do is they want to slow the game down. They can't run up and down the field with Rivier. They're going to have to slow it down as the underdog here and just control the possessions as long as possible. That's an ill-advised shot, open but far. But they still have the ball. See, possession, again, 10/10 of the law in lacrosse. And St. Joe's just needs, the longer they have it, the better off they are.
That shot by Mike
and another
Samuel
flag,
Barbetti
another penalty.
Coming up against Rivier.
Yeah.
Play will stop when they, in and if they do get possession. Meanwhile, Barbetti.
Yeah, that's a
behind
big
the net.
if right now. St. Joe's doing a good job controlling the ball.
Decker, who scored the only goal, has it knocked out of his hands, and they're going to call a whistle here. And the infraction. probably find out what this is. Radio.
Slashing call on the Raiders.
Adam Haley will sit out for a minute.
Another Salem kid.
So both penalties so far against Rivier. St. Joseph took advantage with the Decker goal during the first man advantage. Decker will have it in his possession near side corner on the restart as he looks for an open teammate. Ryan Paltoff behind the goal. Sawyer Gagnon's been very good early, the Rivier goaltender.
He's kept him in the
a lot of
game.
shots.
Yeah, he's seen a lot.
Behind the goal, Paltoff with space with the man advantage, comes way up top, a bobble. St. Joe's regains. The Blue Jays looking to go up 2-0 on this possession.
Defense is sliding very well for Riv, trying to cut off the open shot, not allowing the cutters, forcing St. Joe's to a shot from the outside like that. See, St. Joe's was not able to get in close, so that's a good job by the Raiders.
Sawyer Gagnon sealing off the 5-hole low. Another fine save by the Riv goaltender.
And the Blue Jays waste a penalty opportunity.
And a good penalty kill thanks to the goaltender work of Gagnon as well. And the game remains 1-0 with 2:14 to go, first quarter. Rivier in danger of getting shut out through the first 15 minutes. Have a chance here to even things up, though, with possession deep now behind the goal. Jeffrey Potter. Now he puts the Jets on, comes out front, looking for an open teammate. St. Joe's carefully marking all of the Rivier offensive players. Back it goes to Potter. He's going to his right, gets shouldered. Works his way inside the first line of defense and throws it over the cage.
And forced a shot, in my mind. He did a good job to slither in between the defenders, but he was still being bodied when he shot it. It would have been a great goal if he had scored it.
Right.
But you know what? At the same time as that he's forcing it, it's as close as anybody has gotten.
Yeah.
To the net.
So here is an opportunity for Rivier.
All right, it forces a penalty on St. Joe's.
A 30-second man advantage. Nicholas Tavares. Said he got 9 goals in that game?
Yes, he did.
Looking for his first here behind the goal.
And I believe 2 assists in an 11-point game.
Inside and a miss.
Boy, the accuracy just isn't there. Their shots are off. That surprises me. This is a very high-scoring team that's very good shooting-wise. Maybe rushing those shots a little bit.
A little playoff adrenaline.
They'll get another chance. They'll get another chance here.
In working his way in, and a point-blank stop again by Trey McCann.
Yeah, McCann is really good at seeing the ball, but there was no traffic in front of him.
That was Ferentz, I believe, on the shot. St. Joe's wins the loose ball.
That's how it happens when the longer you take.
Foot race for the loose ball on the turf. Bobbled and regained. Nice job of picking up the ground ball. Evan Zimnock, number 34. Rivier trying to get it back. We're under a minute to go. 45 seconds now in the first quarter. And it looks like St. Joe's may be content to work for the last shot of the quarter.
Boy, wouldn't you be?
Yep.
Underdog, heavy underdog on the road to a team you lost to 8 goals almost a month ago. Here, and then you come back and
dictate the pace.
Dictate the pace, but keep them off the board if possible for the first quarter. You don't want to get too crazy. Oh, see, that's
Zimnock was right in the low slot.
And they'll still have
great
the ball.
Chance.
Yeah, I guess you can't pass up that shot.
Right. 17 seconds left, and they still have possession. Ryan Paltoff sprint out past the goal line.
Yeah,
and
good
retreat.
job by the Raiders to cut him off.
The one-timer, and it's a nice save again. Oh, the over-the-top 2 saves.
Boy, Gagnon is just keeping them in this thing. I thought on that other shot, Robbie Delpreet did a good job of getting out of the way so he wouldn't screen off his goaltender. But we've played 15 minutes here at Joanne Merrill Field. It is a 1-0 St. Joseph's game.
And even though it's 1-0 St. Joseph's, the player of the game so far has been Sawyer Gagnon.
And John Collins, I will go down to take a few photos, and I'll be back up sometime right before the half.
Excellent. Tom King. I'm John Collins. We have Tim O'Neill and Dylan Smith, our camera crew. Executive producer Pete Johnson is here as well. Streaming on Nashua ETV and Rivier University TV on a Saturday, April 29 of 2023. The opening quarterfinal round of the Great Northeast Athletic Conference Men's Lacrosse Tournament. 8 teams involved. Obviously, we had the game yesterday where Dean knocked off St. Joseph's of Maine. This is a season in which we saw the first 3-way tie at 8-2 for the second seed. LaSalle, Rivier, and St. Joseph's of Maine all had identical 1-1 head-to-head records. So that was not a tiebreaker for the second seed. The Lasers were the only team amongst the trio to defeat number 1 seed Emmanuel, giving them the number 2 seed. Rivier and St. Joseph's were then entered into a new tiebreaker, the Raiders earning the advantage thanks to a head-to-head victory over the Monks. And so the Monks knocked off St. Joseph's of Maine by Dean. We will see who emerges from today's games. Dean is in the semifinal. I think they're playing the winner of Norwich versus Emmanuel, which is at 4 o'clock today. There is another game going on simultaneously between Johnson and Wales and LaSalle right now. 1 o'clock start there in that quarterfinal as well. St. Joe's wins the opening face-off of quarter number 2. This was a troublesome quarter for St. Joe's in the April 1st meeting between these two teams. Rivier actually outscored the Blue Jays 9-2 to really win the game in the second quarter. And so we'll see what the second quarter performance here brings. Good defensive stop by Rivier. Long pass, a touchdown reception there, basically on a dead run by Parker Williams to flip the field. Not only is Sawyer Gagnon a talented goaltender, but he handled a stick as well. So Rivier now with a chance to finally equalize this. They were shut out through the first 15 minutes, drawing a blank in the first quarter. There's a shot that might have hit some iron. We'll credit the goaltender, Trey McCann, who's been excellent with another save on that, but it might have ticked the frame as well, the way it bounced away from the goal. So a frustrating first 16 minutes of play for the Raiders. Still scoreless against the team they scored 20 goals against just 3 weeks ago or so. Back on the attack, though, go the Raiders behind the goal. Near side is Michael Ferentz. Dancing to his left is Kobe Mercier. Gains ground. Save made by McCann, and he controlled the rebound as well. Defensively, St. Joe's operating on a different level than the team that was here. That game on April 1st was here earlier this month in the 20-12 final. We are at 1-0. Well into the second quarter here in the GNAC quarterfinal. A different story so far. Possession fought for deep, and it will go over to the Blue Jays. So St. Joseph's of Connecticut making some adjustments within a month, strategizing of how to defeat the higher seeded Rivier Raiders, nursing a 1-0 advantage. Goals have been very difficult to come by, obviously, in the 1-0 contest. so have chances. St. Joe's scores, working his way through, willing his way through. Cam Fonseca, a freshman from Saunderstown, Rhode Island. He's got great size, 6'3", 180, and he used it to full advantage as he wrestled and wiggled his way through the defenders to set himself up for a great shot past Sawyer Gagnon. It's 2-0. St. Joseph Blue Jays win the draw, and sprinting out of there was Luke Von Borstel. Von Borstel, 6'2", 200-pounder, took a tumble at the end there, and for a good cause as St. Joe's retains possession. So get some personnel changes, and the Blue Jays back on the attack, looking to go up 3-0. Christian Decker with it. In the center circle, sprinting now, creating a lane to his left. It's going to be behind the goal. And it's an errant pass that'll be a turnover. Kind of sloppy play there by St. Joseph's, and Rivier hopes to take advantage. So ball goes back to Sawyer Gagnon. He's looking deep down the field, finds a wide open teammate, and taking it over midfield is Sean Callanan behind the goal now. And Rivier really must feel like they are overdue for a goal here. 11:30 to go in the half. Could cut the deficit in half with a tally on this possession. Michael Ferentz dancing behind the goal, comes out above the goal line now. Heavy pressure from the defenders, and they scoop up the loose ball immediately. Frustrating possession again for the Raiders, and a good defensive play by Michael Callahan, the senior defender of Hampton, New Jersey, number 5. Is able to knock the ball loose and scoop it up off the ground. Timeout is called by the Raiders of Rivier, I do believe. 2-0, looking for an answer to the fine defensive effort being put up here by St. Joseph's. In that April 1st game, Rivier's Nicholas Tavares had 9 goals. Michael Ferentz 5 assists in that game. And St. Joseph's Nick Pestricello had 5 goals. Trey McCann with 10 saves in that contest, and Sawyer Gagnon with a dozen on April 1st. Sawyer Gagnon might end up with a dozen saves by the end of this first half. It has been a flip the script Saturday here on the GNAC quarterfinal opener by the team that lost 20-12 in the previous meeting between these two teams. St. Joe's now ahead 2-0. And Rivier will have to come from behind if they are to earn their way into the GNAC semifinal. Still a lot of lacrosse left to be played. And a lot more in the second quarter with 11:02 remaining. It's about a high 50s temperature at the start. Certainly nothing that the players are concerned about, and overcast skies kind of eliminate sun being in your eyes as part of the equation. A level playing field, and it is St. Joe's of Connecticut on top through the first 19 minutes of play. And the Blue Jays do start off after the timeout with possession. Here's Nick Petricello, goal-scoring threat. Dropped it, loose ball. And it's going to be run down by Rivier. Scott Miller finds it in the corner. Kind of a dangerous pass to a not-looking teammate, and it goes out of bounds. It is a turnover. Some uncharacteristic play by Rivier. As adrenaline playoff lacrosse, there's a heavy hit administered by Brendan Keegan. On the restart, still St. Joe's ball. Gavin Cabral hands it over to Cam Fonseca, goal scorer in this one, and he flips it far side. Nick Petrocello, save made in front. Petrocello looking for his first goal after scoring 5 earlier in the month, and sprinting it outside, slowing the game down, is Fonseca. Flips it to Petrocello. Petrocello is a freshman from Wethersfield, Connecticut. And boy, how many goals is he going to score in his college career? Off to a great start. Behind the net it goes. St. Joe's looking to go up 3-0, and instead it's another great save by Sawyer Gagnon from point-blank range right in front of the attacker. Gives no ground. Over midfield, Rivier looking for the formula to get the ball past Trey McCann. St. Joe's must have watched a lot of video and decided how they could thwart this high-scoring Rivier attack, because they've been very effective through the game's first 21 minutes. Scoreless. Rivier looking for that first goal still. The bobble. Behind the net it goes. Nicholas Tavares still with it. Being marked by Jay Kajander. Kajander putting the pressure on Tavares. Gets inside him. Shoots. Save made by McCann. Ball pops up in the air. Retrieved by Connor Eck. Another save by the St. Joe's netminder. Quality shot. Looked like there was an opening low, and it was quickly sealed off by McCann. Connor Eck with a lengthy possession. Now he passes it to Tavares. Up top it is Kobe Mercier. Mercier looking for a shooting lane. Fires. Misses to the left. It's still Rivier ball, as Tavares will go back and get it. Communicating with Potter. Lengthy possession here. Rivier really wants to come up with something. Down 2-0. It's not only important to get a goal, but to shift the momentum back. A 30-second holding call against long stick midi Eric Hendrickson of Glastonbury, Connecticut. So that's a man advantage that Rivier needs to take advantage of, and setting the pick there was Potter as Kobe Mercier went to pick it up. He does. Mercier has it in front. 10 seconds left on the man advantage for Rivier. They need to get a shot away to take full advantage. Mercier passes it up, shot, and another deflection or save in front. Looked like it might have hit McCann. Even strength now as the 30-second call expires. Mercier looking for an open teammate. There's no open lane to run through as he's sticked away by Jackson Holiday, senior defender, number 12. Going to work. Ferentz to his left, looking to get inside the defenders, goes to the turf, and he loses it up in the air and quickly grabbing it. Do we have a penalty against St. Joe's? We do. We'll wait for the call announcement, but it was right in front of McCann. Just a foul, no penalty. So the infraction does give the ball back to Rivier. Lengthy possession behind the goal. Jeffrey Potter sprints outside. Potter, with the defender, had stumbled, decided not to shoot it. That shot goes awry up to the right. Still, possession retained by Rivier. Tavares with it. He's got Potter on the wing. He'll give it to Jeffrey Potter, who's looking for Mercier. Michael Ferentz lurking in the high slot, number 10. Potter inside, the turnaround. Good idea by Connor Eck, but not on goal on the blind turnaround shot. trying to come up with something to beat. Hot goaltender Trey McCann, senior netminder, determined to not let this be his last college lacrosse match. Has pitched a shutout so far. A bobble by Rivier. They don't get the shot away. Dancing to his left, Kobe Mercier scores! Kobe Mercier solves the riddle of Trey McCann, and the Raiders are on the board. 2-1. It was a long time in coming, but it's still only a one-goal game. Kobe Mercier of Buscoin, New Hampshire, Merrimack Valley High School, gets the Raiders on the board here in their 2023 playoff opener. And let's see if that opens the floodgates or not for the Rivier scoring attack that put up 20 against St. Joe's on April 1st. Blue Jays win that faceoff following giving up the goal. Under 6 minutes to go in the half. Timeout is called. I believe that's by St. Joe's. So they still have the lead 2-1. Rivier gets on the scoreboard, though, and have to be encouraged by that. Good individual effort by Mercier as he went down the left lane and found an opening past McCann that have been in short supply. McCann and Sawyer Gagnon, very similar builds in goal. Sawyer Gagnon listed at 5'10" for Rivier, and Trey McCann 6 feet, 230. As they put the weights in there, but he does fill up a lot of the goal, as does Sawyer Gagnon. They're both two tough goaltenders to beat, especially in this contest today.
Well, you've got to fire a hard shot like Mercier just did. You know, you've got to just find that open spot of the net.
And be accurate, right?
Yeah, you've got to be accurate. But you know what? If you have the ball that long, you better score. And they had it.
And a man advantage thrown in.
Well,
right?
for 30 seconds, that disappeared pretty quickly.
Yeah, it did.
So, I mean, they just needed to control the ball, and that's what they did. But you see the difference in regular season lacrosse and playoff lacrosse. It's a whole different deal. St. Joe's, I think they got away from their game a little bit. They came down the field at the start of the quarter and shot it right away. Their game should be to do what Rivier just did. Hold the ball for a long time. You know, as the shot clock allows you to, and just try to minimize the possessions that the Raiders have.
But when you have a really high quality shot,
you got to take it.
You got to take it. And you know what? I think they've actually done that a few times. But the problem is Sawyer Gagnon has made some terrific.
But
saves.
in this period, they didn't take advantage of a couple opportunities.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, different story.
You know, and Rivier did with that long possession that was probably about 3 minutes long. And you need to score when you have the ball that long, and Rivier did, as Mercier just fired that ball. That was a blistering shot.
2-1, St. Joe's of Connecticut still with that narrow lead as they nurse it with possession in the final minutes of the first half.
You see the difference in the quality in what we, I mean, this is why I think this was worth hats off to Pete Johnson for getting us here and doing this game, because I think you just see a quality athletic event, and it's a good crowd, John. We don't see the crowd, but it's another good crowd, and there's a goal by St. Joe's.
Coming out from behind the net and going top shelf, Christian Decker puts it home above Trey McCann, and St. Joe's answers back fairly quickly.
That is probably a lot quicker than I thought they would have scored.
Yeah.
And they come right back with it, 3-1.
They kind of lulled the
But I'll tell you what, though,
to sleep there.
I was down there taking photos, and I'm thinking to myself, who would have thought if Riv would have been shut out for the half? That would have been, to me, just completely, there's no way.
Right. That would have been a really long odds wager, and it was.
And
it was like.
And we're in the world now of long odds wagering, right?
Yeah.
But you don't do it here. But it's still
even the one goal in the half. I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
definitely.
that's in play right now with St. Joe's having possession, and as I say that, Rivier steals it.
And that's a big turnover.
Michael Ferentz. Ferentz yet to be heard from in this one on the score sheet.
Quiet.
Ferentz shouldering into the defender, trying to back his way into a shooting position. Ferentz.
Or a passing position. He's looking for a cutter, John, as he's backing in.
Up top, Kobe Mercier, who just scored that goal.
Yeah, with a hard, hard shot.
Jeffrey Potter in the area that Mercer was in. Dancing around, thought about shooting it, but got sticked away by defender Eliel Duquesne. Behind the net it goes. Tavares fakes right, goes left, goes right. Potter to his right. Will he shoot it? Thought about it. Too much traffic. Goes to the left. That is Chris Heitmiller. Heitmiller wound up, and he's going to shoot it. Goal!
He's got it.
Chris Heitmiller.
The BG product fires low, gets in there, and how did he find the seam? He got up to the top by the red line and saw the opening in a sea of bodies. I don't know how he put it.
Goal
You got to be
scorer's
very
goal.
accurate. That is a goal scorer's goal, and it's 3-2.
Oh, Chris Heitmiller with a clutch goal for the Rivier Raiders.
This is a big difference. Now, in high school, what do we see? We see the cutters, right?
Oh,
I keep
all
looking
the
for the
time.
cutters. We don't see that
Eliminated.
here. Eliminate, completely eliminated. You've got to have accurate shooters, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, and I'm not sure with all that traffic, as you just spoke of, Tom, I'm not sure that Trey McCann saw it that well.
And a big possession now. Rivier's got it off the face-off.
They win the face-off.
They won it and got rewarded the ball.
I think St. Joe's has the edge in face-offs in this first half. We'll
There haven't been many.
hear the tally.
There's only been 5 goals
That's
scored. There haven't
true.
been many.
So, big possession here. Rivier could tie this. It would be a much different story going in at the half than,
Especially after St. Joe's
nearly
grabs
was.
the 2-goal lead back.
yeah. St. Joe's had a chance
But
to
I'll
up
tell you what,
3-0.
3:22, there's a lot more time. Here's Tavares, who we haven't heard from at all today.
So Rivier, still plenty of time left in the half. 3:08. Kind of a no-look pass there. And with it, Sawyer Hall, 26. Shot off the post, and the rebound comes all the way over here.
Goes out of bounds. It'll be Riv ball.
Riv ball still. What a shot indeed. It was off the far post, and it nearly snuck home. Shouldering his way in. Ferentz got double teamed.
Yeah, he's got a big, thick,
In front.
he's got
Oh,
a
good
thick
idea.
body
Can't
to
connect.
do that.
Ball over the midfield stripe.
The push is going to be called on St. Joe's.
Yep.
No, it's going to go the other way.
Oh, over and back against
Yep.
Rivier. So they get faulted for not keeping the ball in their half of the offensive half.
So
of the
now
field.
let's see what the Blue Jays come up with offensively. There's 2:36 to go, 68 seconds, just over a minute on the shot clock. See what they want to do in terms of how they set up their offense and whether or not they want to just
shorten the game.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and not allow Riv a possession to tie the game up before the half.
They do seem content to take a full minute off here.
Yeah, they really do, and I think that's the plan. You see their game plan right away. I mean, it's smart.
Meanwhile, Barbetti creates some space. And
right. Almost.
Yeah, you may think he got impatient with the four corners offense.
The
That
block.
one hit in the face area or the head area.
It was blocked, and you know what?
Yeah.
And a push is going to be on St. Joe's. It's going to go Riv ball, and and we've got a player who's
Callahan.
down. We've got a player down.
Yeah.
Over.
What we have going on
Yeah,
here.
we've got a stoppage in play.
Yeah.
Is what we have. We have an injury right in front of the Raider goal.
I see one of the officials was unaware, and he almost allowed the restart.
Right.
So it's Sean Callahan. You could hear that up here.
Yep, you could.
That was high impact. The freshman from Shelton, Connecticut, took that one off the noggin. Yes, he does have a helmet on, but still.
Helmet and a face guard.
Right. And that did not feel good.
No.
So a break in the action, and teams concerned, obviously, for Callahan, but also talking over
See what they're trying to do here. If I can see with the lens of my camera, but I can't. Yeah, My guess is that that's a, he's dazed and probably won't come back as he leans up. They had him straight out. Wasn't writhing in pain. More of a, wow, I just got hit. So with that may have had concussion written all over it, but they didn't do any testing. They may do it on the side, but he is walking off, and that's a good sign. You worry when a kid takes a ball like that.
Yeah, you do.
I got hit about a week ago.
One of these?
Just over a week ago with one of those, yeah.
Those things are no joke.
They're not soft. Yeah. They're like, you played street hockey, right? Street hockey balls, they're not as rubbery as this.
No.
And they freeze.
Not as heavy either.
Right.
Yeah.
But these things, when they hit, then they bounce.
Oh.
And I took one right off the knee bone, right below the knee bone. And of course, I walked around like nothing had happened, right?
Oh, yeah,
and then I turned away, and then I turned away and went, ah!
Wow, that's pretty intense. Lacrosse ball.
And it's still sore.
Yeah, and that was shot as hard as the player could let it go.
Oh, there's a perfect opportunity, but a nice block.
Yeah, just getting in the shooting lane was number 30, Eric Hendrickson of St. Joe's. Blocked that shot. Never had a chance. Potter to Ferentz. Ferentz in the middle. Errant pass, and that's going to be St. Joe's ball with 1:19 to go. Big turnover.
And St. Joe's in an uncustomary position because Riv has gotten the time of possession back in their favor in this quarter. Now St. Joe's has got, time now to basically hold on to it. Setting the goalie up as an extra guy, but see, that's not, I don't know why you do that, because get the guys who are used to handling the ball and bringing it up the field. And that's a bad turnover by them. I think they got a little carried away with what they were trying to do.
Key turnover at the 1 minute mark.
Give it to somebody who can carry it over, run and run and run, and let that clock dwindle down. Instead, they try to get too cute. And now less than a minute left, and Riv can score the biggest goal of this game for them, which would be the equalizer.
Kobe Mercier.
36 seconds left to play. Clock is moving fast.
Mercier cutting towards the high middle slot. Thought about the shot.
There's a shot. Oh, I thought they were going to one-time it right there, but no.
Connor Eck, 25 seconds left.
Plenty of time. Don't want to panic.
Dances to his left. Mercier wide, shoots it wide to the right. And still Riv ball, 16 seconds left. Clock stopped momentarily. Now it resumes. Jeffrey Potter.
Potter's got to shoot it.
Left. 8 seconds. In the middle, turn around, miss to the right.
Boy, that's the best shot they could have hoped for in that situation.
Yeah.
Didn't get it. 5 seconds left. The clock stops as they retrieve the ball. 5 seconds to get it from the back line over. Let's see if they can do it.
Tavares lost possession, and that's going to do it.
Yep. And a nice.
Wow.
Whoa, does that count? Does that count? I don't know. He let it fly. When he let it fly, what was the time? It doesn't matter when it hit the goal.
No, when he let it fly, it was still in regulation time.
Right, so that's got to go. If in my mind, that's got to go.
I am dumbfounded, Tom.
It's a goal. Yeah, it's a goal.
That was an unbelievable goal.
That was incredible. All the way down the field, and that is a killer.
If you shoot the ball before time expires, how many times does that happen in lacrosse, though? I mean, it's usually instantaneous.
Not like that. That was
the length of the field.
That's the equivalent of an empty net goal in hockey, but the net wasn't empty. Sawyer Gagnon was right there, but he didn't expect the shot. He didn't expect it to make it all the way down the field.
But tell me, the difference between lacrosse and hockey in that situation is the time expired by the time.
But it matters where you let the ball. Because in
hockey it has to cross the goal line.
You fire that shot.
The buzzer.
I think if you fire the shot before. It's like basketball. You get the shot off.
The basketball is lacrosse.
I would think so.
Ice hockey's different, though. It has to cross the goal line.
Cross the goal line. I think that this is a situation where it's
like basketball.
Yeah.
Wow. Stunning.
That is
Fourth goal.
incredible, incredible goal.
You
All
talked
the way.
about long arms.
I mean, he wasn't trying to score either. He just let it fly. And do we have a number on that? Number 1? Number 1 for St. Joe's. Just
Jay
clears it down.
Kajander.
Wow.
He needed every bit of that long stick. The defender, the length of the field, that was like a full court shot in basketball.
You can go all the way around the country in men's lacrosse, and I don't think you're going to see a goal like that.
Did we get that? Yeah, of course we did, right?
Of course we did, yeah.
On video, I mean, that's amazing.
That's a national highlight play. That really is. That is
That's ESPN top 10.
That is an ESPN top 10
Yeah,
play. You guys ought to just ship it right to. You did not.
Okay.
Tim O'Neill.
We'll take a break. We're at halftime.
Tim O'Neill, 2 minutes in the box.
Rivier going to try to make that long-distance goal just a footnote to a win here, but they're going to have to come from behind to do it at Joanne Merrill Field. We'll be back with the GNAC quarterfinal finish.
If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs. To show how scary that is, we made metal monsters. With special effects that show metal particles being inhaled. And music that would have made your heart race. But nothing is as scary as the facts. Vaping can deliver toxic metals like nickel and lead into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs.
Tail slate.
Welcome back to Joanne Merrill Field at Rivier University, the GNAC quarterfinal, the first round playoff game for Rivier, not going as they hoped so far through the first half. They trail 4-2 to the underdog, St. Joseph Blue
I don't
Jays
think it's so much as
of
they
Connecticut.
hoped. I think it's as they expected.
That's the point.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, they won 2012 over this, I won't say this same team, St. Joseph's, because they look like a different team.
But we
in that April
just
1st
saw
game.
the most amazing goal.
Yeah, let's get back to it.
The fly, just letting it fly down the field to clear it.
Jay Kajander, long stick defender for the Blue Jays, was and amounted to a full court basketball shot with time expiring. Let it go with fractions of seconds left to go in the half, and it went in on the fly, we believe. Right? It went in straight in the goal, and Trey McCann got surprised by it, with the accuracy of it from the full length of the field.
Yeah, DJ Pete's spinning the tunes, and we got action going here right now.
Yeah, it's like when the organist has to to bring it down.
Yep.
There we go.
There we go.
I'll
DJ
learn.
PDP getting a little carried away here with the music.
It's right over here, Tom, if we ever need it.
Oh,
the
okay.
right-hand pot.
Technical stuff. I'd probably short the whole place out if I touched the wrong button.
Just call them pots in the radio days. Back into the action here in the third quarter. A minute in, and we're scoreless, and Rivier trying to win the first ground ball.
Well, see, that's the key. Is there a ground ball? I didn't look at the stats. Is there a ground ball stat on the first half?
Yeah, they were, let's see. I'll go back to it, but Rivier with the win there.
And Riv's got the ball right now with a ground ball pickup.
Yeah, the ground balls, 17 for the Blue Jays and 12 for Rivier.
And that's the key in the game. That's the biggest stat of the game right there.
Right.
Because that's possession, John.
It is.
You know,
and you throw in the six face-offs
advantage. So St. Joe's is winning the possession stats.
Both of them, the face-offs and the ground balls, through the first half, that is. So Rivier starts off on top with the turnover win, trying to cut the deficit to 1 goal again after that miraculous last-second, literally, long-distance shot to put the Blue Jays up 4-2.
Mercier's looking for an opening to let one fly. Now Heitmiller's got it, and he's going to look for the same thing. He may have it.
He shoots it wild and high.
He was definitely looking to shoot. If he's going to fake left and then go right, that means the shot's upcoming, and he saw the opening. just barely, but shot it too quick.
Riv's 2 goal scorers touching the ball there, Mercier and Heitmiller. And they lose it. Heitmiller was the intended recipient of that pass from Potter.
There's the long stick coming into play right there, and there's your goal scorer, number 1, with the big turnover. And there's a bad clear, and now Riv's got to take advantage of this.
Triple team. Heitmiller wiggles his way through 4 defenders. Still has it. Chris Heitmiller dances away. Good job by Connor Eck. Behind the net to Nicholas Tavares. Had a lot of touches in that first half. A frustrating first half for the Raiders with just the 2 goals. Chance for a different story here in the second half. Jeffrey Potter finds an opening through the defense, and somehow McCann made a stop.
Yep. But now it's a big pickoff, and Tavares is dangerous inside.
Just sealing off that short side completely. McCann cleanly saved it with no rebound.
Can you think of a clear shot that Riv has had in this game? I mean, every one has either had to be very quick, and it's all been contested.
Yeah, no slam dunks at all.
Boy.
Working his way through traffic. St. Joe's fast break, and they miss high to the right.
They needed one more pass on that play. Good job by the Raiders defensively to break up that passing attempt.
Played over 3 minutes of the second half. No goals yet. Low-scoring affair here, the GNAC quarterfinal.
Right. So now, if you're St. Joe's, it's an interesting situation now. Now you're in the second half. Now you got to wonder, okay, do we just kind of do what we're doing now, take our time, let the clock dwindle down? Because you don't, now you're at the point where you don't want to waste possessions. Because you're going to need more than 4 goals to win this game.
In front, one-timer, missed to the left. A good idea by St. Joe's.
Yep. Great stop right there by Gagnon.
Inside, the put around, and it's another save by Sawyer Gagnon.
Those are big misses for the Blue Jays. You're not going to get better shots. Riv hasn't had shots like that.
No.
And that's the difference in the game.
They've been creating space and high percentage shots.
But they don't have the firepower that the Raiders have.
And they go low.
Just when I say that, they go low and they get it, and it's a 3-goal lead.
Christian Decker might have caught Sawyer Gagnon a bit by surprise there as he kind of used the defender as a screen. Decker has the 5th goal of the game for the Blue Jays.
Hat trick for Decker and a 5-2 advantage.
Decker, a force for St. Joe's so far in this one. He is a sophomore from Bristol, Connecticut. Very accurate with that shot. I don't know if he meant to go. I think it was 5-hole. He went low, using the defender as a screen.
Riv gets the face off, and that's big because they need the ball.
Joseph O'Reilly with it. O'Reilly finds a running space. He almost had a chance to go straight to the goal there, but he passed it up to on the wing to Connor Eck. Jeffrey Potter.
Here at the highest point in Nashua.
Is that right?
Yep, I believe it is. Here at Joanne Merrill
You
Field.
can feel it when you walk up the hill.
Did you walk up the hill? Or did you
Yeah,
park,
I parked down below. Yeah.
You didn't park in the lot where
And
the
you know what
steps are?
else who came up the hill? Joanne Merrill.
Wow,
She
yeah,
could do it, I
office.
could do it.
Yeah,
I think.
that's exactly it.
I mean, maybe not.
I took the easy way. I parked down in a lot that you had the steps to go up.
Oh, right. I think that's what Joanne did. She was smarter than me. I went down.
I figured you went down the other way.
Yeah.
I figured that.
Not a bad workout.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rivier needs a goal again on this possession, down by 3. You would think. That's Michael Ferentz going the circuit around, shoots and misses. Great defensive work by Michael Callahan on defense, not making life easy.
The one thing the Raiders aren't doing in these possessions, they're not doing what they were doing earlier, which was turning the ball over. They're holding on to it and getting some shots. It's eventually it's gonna lead to goals. And a whistle blows.
See what this is.
There's going to be a conference with the refs. They're going to talk about it.
Kobe Mercier had it. And
so I always say when the refs talk.
Right.
But they talked here at the end of the half to say, okay, when was the shot taken? The whole bit, you know.
And there was still time on the clock.
Because they didn't make a call right away. They didn't make a call until they huddled. Riv possession back behind the goal.
So they do keep it.
And they'll restart it. 9:13 to play, third quarter. Raiders trail 5-2.
So the shot clock goes back to 17.
But again, in lacrosse, the score can change in a heartbeat. Rivel is looking for that flurry of goals. Another shot goes wide.
And if you can hear me, Tom?
Yeah, I can hear
you. Okay, yeah. I lost the headphone connection here.
Can you hear me?
No.
No.
Except I can hear you right
right
this way. Missed shot there by Rivier, an opportunity. And we have an official call behind the goal.
And it's going to be a Blue Jays ball, I believe. Let's see. No, maybe not. The refs are out of rhythm in this game, that's for sure, right now. I think that shot threw him way off, John.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Officials rule that it is Rivier's ball behind the goal.
Yep. That's what I thought with the reaction from the crowd.
So this is Nicholas Tavares.
But you know what this possession does is it really throws you out of rhythm, doesn't it? I mean, all those stoppages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely thrown out of their rhythm.
To regain that momentum that they had
one hard
scoring
shot,
their second goal.
One hard shot to see the net flutter will change all that.
Jeffrey Potter
getting in the passing lane.
Loose ball. Callahan, number 5 for St. Joe's, very good with possession, even with that long stick. Shuffles it ahead and out of bounds.
And the
It's
Blue
going to be
Jays
Blue
get
Jays
it,
ball.
and I believe they called a timeout. Did they? No. Okay, they got it though.
So 80-second shot clocks here in the
80.
Yeah, and plenty of time to take off the clock though each time they get it for St. Joe's. They seem to content to take a good 30 seconds off anyway, up by 3 here.
But again,
in the third quarter.
In the game of lacrosse, a 3-goal lead can disappear quickly. But if you give me a low-scoring game, I'll give you a quality lacrosse game, and I think that's what we're seeing right now.
So Ryan Paltoff directing traffic with the ball behind the goal, number 2. Being marked by Robert Del Prete. Prete poking at him, but taking his sweet time back there is Paltoff. Now he throws it out in front, deflected.
Yeah, looking for the cutter on a play like that, and just a bad pass, but a great play by
Adam Haley got in the way of it.
No, I think Gagnon got it, didn't he? I think Gagnon intercepted it.
So here's Heitmiller.
That's a big turnover. That's if you're St. Joe's, you've got a possession. The way Riv is playing right now, if you're St. Joe's, you get a possession. You need to make the most of it. That's a great opportunity now for Riv to get back in this game. They need a goal.
This is Kobe Mercier. He's got one of Riv's 2 goals.
He's looking to let it fly. You can tell.
Mercier backed out by the defender. There's no cutting going on, no in-tight shots for Rivier to be had. Thinking about distance.
Yeah, he's got it.
Going up top was Michael Ferentz, gets the first goal of the game for him.
Yep.
Jeffrey Potter.
Great job. Potter looked to shoot.
Yeah.
Saw Ferentz to his right. Passed it to Ferentz, and Ferentz quickly shot the ball.
Michael Ferentz with a great shot. Able to beat Trey McCann.
Then again, I say
two-goal
Ferentz
game.
is the engineer who drives the train.
An important player for
Yep,
the
no
Raiders.
doubt about it. But that's a big goal, and that's one I think that St. Joseph's is saying they shouldn't have had that ball. We should have had it.
Face off. Back in the middle dot. Rivier with the clean win.
Yeah, they're winning those face-offs this second half, aren't they?
Alan Cozzolino.
They've changed that stat around, I think.
Yep. Big face-off win for Alan Cozzolino, who is also a Connecticut player from Hamden with the win. And Tavares up top to Jeffrey Potter. Potter flips it to Heitmiller. Going to work. Shoots it.
Scores.
Heitmiller feeling the hot hand.
Right, now what Riv is doing, they get the possessions and they're getting goals.
They're finding their scoring accuracy, which produced so many goals during the regular season. Not too late either to find their scoring touch with a lot of lacrosse left to play in this second half. 5-4 game.
I'll tell you, if Riv goes on to win this game, the key juncture will be when St. Joe's had the ball up 5-2 and they tried a cute play in front of the net and it was intercepted by Gagnon and the possession was ruined. And another face-off.
Cozzolino does it again.
Because Riv has scored twice since then when St. Joe's had a chance to go up 6-2.
So Alan Cozzolino with
Key
the face-off
point
win.
in this game if Riv comes back to win it, which right now, if they continue to score at the proficiency they're doing, they will.
Jeffrey Potter to his right.
He's got
getting close.
Yep.
Nope, backs it out.
See, at some point, fatigue has got to set in for St. Joe's too. You know, it's tougher to play defense than it is offense.
Takes more exertion.
More out of, takes more out of you in any sport.
Heitmiller, will he shoot it? Feeling the hot hand, pass it. Tough to handle, and it's going to be scooped up by Kobe Mercier. Plenty of room to work with.
Plenty of room, and again, if you're Riv, plenty of time. You're back in this game now. The sense of urgency doesn't have to be there. And another good shot. That's another good shot. That's a score right there. The underneath shot. 3 goals in a row, and it's a tie game. It's a brand new lacrosse game.
How about the velocity on that shot from
a
low to
shot.
high?
Yep, a low shot.
Yeah, ripped it. Kobe Mercier ties this game at 5. Boy, that was a long time in coming, the tie game.
It sure was.
And it happens with 4:51 to go, third period.
Yep.
The momentum has shifted in this one to the higher-seeded Rivier Raiders in a 5-5 contest. And Cozzolino this time can't win the face-off. Barbati, actually, it's Samuel Barbati that got the face-off win.
So now, right, John, now what St. Joe's finds themselves in is what they didn't want to be in, a shootout.
Even Steven on the scoreboard and
because
minutes left
they
to be
don't have
played.
the firepower to match Rivs. So that's a big thing.
St. Joe's trying to go back up top here with the ball in a 5-5 game. In the middle, loose ball. That was Adam Haley.
Oh, look at that, a big pickup. Raiders coming out of it. Gagnon grabs that ball. He is very good. He's a possession goalie, you can tell.
Cross midfield. Kobe Mercier. Chris Heitmiller. In close, Jeffrey Potter. Potter looking for an opening to shoot. It's forced wide and behind the goal. Nicholas Tavares comes up front, looking for a pass maybe. Potter forced wide. Fake the shot.
Riv looking to make it 4 straight possessions with goals.
That would be something after being shut out almost the first half.
There's a shot.
And a long shot by Heitmiller.
That's a big save.
That was a big save.
Because that shot found the net somehow.
Trey McCann The outlet pass. There's a dangerous snag. A clean steal by Michael Ferentz.
Another turnover.
Ferentz, good job of getting in the passing lane and goes up and gets it.
That's Ferentz, boy. I'll tell you, he's just such a good player.
Jeffrey Potter with it. Now it is Riv's next best chance to take their first lead in this game with the ball in a 5-5 contest. Kobe Mercier with it, far sideline. Kind of taking a breather with possession. Dancing to his left. Passes it. Heitmiller, good reception.
Yeah, he slipped. Heitmiller slipped. His right leg slipped, and he had to go down on one knee.
Yeah,
lucky he held on to it.
Baseball catcher there.
Yeah.
Received that one. Mercier going to go to his right, now his left. He's going to shoot it, and it just went. Might have been deflected by McCann.
You're at the point now where Riv lets one go, and you're just expecting that net to flinch, right? To wiggle.
And certainly when Mercier lets it go, it's at the net in an instant. Kind of a wild turnaround shot there by Potter, and it is still Rivier ball.
He was looking to go far corner, and he just shot it a little high.
High degree of difficulty on that one.
Yeah.
Nicholas Tavares has it in the corner. Heitmiller going to go with the long pass. High slot. Ferentz. Heitmiller, saved by McCann.
Yeah,
Loose
McCann
ball.
saw it all the way, and he got down. He knew that there would be a low shot, and he got hit. Look at that.
Yeah, that was a shot off the rebound that hit him in the bad spot. McCann. Going to need a moment.
Yeah, he sure is.
1:47 to go in the third quarter.
He's okay, though. He's a goalie. Right? There it's like catchers and goalies.
Gives you special powers.
Catchers and goalies. They know they're gonna.
You know what?
They know they're gonna experience pain at some point.
Oh, you're right. He's right back to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Riv with possession.
And the one thing he's probably thinking is, I should have held on to the ball.
Yeah.
Riv with a chance to take the lead. 1:33 left to go in the period.
Jeffrey Potter drops it. It sticked out of his hand. Heitmiller retrieves.
That's a big retrieve by Heitmiller.
Flag down against St. Joe's. Will Riv be able to take the lead here on this possession?
Yeah, they may be able to do more than that, right?
Yep. Momentum is on their side. Several players feeling the hot hand. And they're going to kick it to midfield.
Something's got to be called here. Let's see.
Yeah, there's two flags now. There was
one
on the far side earlier. This one just thrown.
To us. Yeah.
Seemed to be some slashing going on, and see if that's the call. 19 and 3. Do we potentially have two penalties in the one stoppage? Yes, we do. Micah Tarleton, number 19, got 1 minute for a slash, and Christian Decker, number 3, another good player, 30 seconds for a hold.
They'll have the man advantage for the two-man advantage for the rest of the half. I mean,
that's
the rest
right.
of the quarter. Rest of the quarter.
Well,
it's a minute left in the quarter.
A minute left in the quarter, so they'll have a two-man advantage for 30 seconds.
Right.
And they'll have a man advantage for 90 seconds going into the fourth quarter. No, take that back. They are.
Riv is 2 men up.
2 men up for 30 seconds.
Yes, and then
it'll
be 1 man up for the
final 30 seconds.
Right. Raiders have to get something out of this. No question about it. No question about it. They need something out of this.
Kobe Mercier.
And they have it right. Wide open shot.
Wide open shot. Passed it up. Did Connor Eck.
But you see the difference with the 2 men down?
Inside, one-timer, save McCann.
What a save by McCann.
Heitmiller with a point-blank shot, got rid of it quickly. Rivier gets it back, 33 seconds left.
Yeah, they don't have much time. They got to take advantage of this. There's St. Joe's got a guy on the field. Here we go.
Yep, it's a one-man advantage now. For the remaining 24 seconds. Up top, Rivier looking for that quality shot.
They're going to get it.
15 seconds.
Oh.
Inside, turnaround, misses high.
And that may do it. No, they're going to stop the clock, right? You stop the clock in the last 2 minutes of the quarter. So
yeah,
11.6 seconds to go. That's a big difference. If you're
Ferentz thought about the shot. 5 seconds.
Got to take it right here.
Got to take it inside.
Oh, he got it inside.
Heitmiller, no goal. Missed.
Heitmiller had a point-blank shot almost, and time expires. And we don't see any ball go down the field this time, do we?
The length of the field?
No.
To beat the clock. Wow, that was how the Blue Jays of St. Joseph in Connecticut scored their 4th goal, but only 1 goal for St. Joseph's in that 3rd quarter. Meanwhile, Rivier scored 3, and what a match we have as we go to the 4th quarter. 5-5.
Told you.
Yes.
Told you.
Fantastic action here.
GNAC playoff action. It's
and
not,
drama.
It's dramatic and it's not bad. It's really good.
You saw something that you have not seen in many, many
We'll never see it again.
Matches.
We'll never see it again.
We'll never see it again. No.
We'll never see that again.
A length of the field goal on the fly as
never
time expired.
See that again. And with all the cameras around here, John, don't know if Riv has it. I wonder if St. Joe's has it.
Maybe somebody has it on a cell phone.
If someone has it, you know, they will likely.
ESPN wants your video clip.
Exactly. If anybody has a shot of that, I would send it right away. Because regardless of who scored, it's great. It's great publicity for both schools, for the GNAC as a whole.
1 in a billion shot.
Right. The conference that this school helped create back in the early 90s.
GNAC. Highlight.
Great Northeast Athletic Conference.
World highlight.
Which has really produced some great athletes and good stuff.
So we go to the final 15-minute frame, maybe final 15 minutes. We'll have to see how this one ends.
This one goes, huh?
Yeah, you had that prediction way back.
I remember last year we had done a Girton girls game. Actually, they're playing today as well. They played. They're playing the same school from Rhode Island that we saw play, and I went home to write that story and was tracking this game. They were playing Emmanuel, I believe it was, in the quarterfinals, and they were down going into the 4th quarter by a goal, and it was back and forth, back and forth. And I said, I'll zip right down here and catch the 4th quarter. Tie game.
Oh, boy. All important face-off here at the start of the 4th quarter. Alan Cozzolino's been doing a fine job for Rivier in the white jerseys. Number 9. And against, let's see, a hold is called against Rivier. It looks like it's going to be St. Joe's ball. Infraction on the face-off, and so a win for Samuel Barbetti.
Yeah, Brian.
Ball on the turf as they hack at it. Flag flies. And that is going to be a flag that will go against Rivier. Still on the turf after that fight for the loose ball. St. Joe's wins it. And trotting near side is Christian Decker with possession. Decker. Defender is Brendan Keegan, number 66. Goes around the net goal and comes out front and scores. Almost a little too easy there for Decker coming out from behind the net, and he breaks the tie at 6-5 in favor of the Blue Jays.
St. Joe's get that close.
Not for a while, anyway.
No.
4 goals for Christian Decker. He has found a way to get the ball past Sawyer Gagnon, who had as many saves in the first half as he needed to make in all of the previous meeting between these two teams on April 1st, when he had a dozen saves total. And St. Joe's. So now Brendan Keegan serves that 1-minute slashing penalty, and how much would Rivier love to win possession on this face-off to not have to suffer the consequences maybe of being a man down. It's up to Alan Cozzolino, the junior at center field, and fighting for the loose ball. Barbati gets it. A win for St. Joseph, and they have numbers in their favor in this possession. Up 6-5, trying to go up by 2. 14 minutes left in the fourth period in the contest. Ryan Paltoff trying to decide which way to go with it. Almost a one-timer there by Decker. He's got 4, trying to get 5, and it's a deflected shot. Loose ball, who's going to get it?
Sawyer Gagnon's going to get it. If the ball is near him, he's going to pick it up.
Nice connection to Parker Williams. Williams, though, sticked out of his hand.
Big turnover, wow.
In front, shot saved by Sawyer Gagnon.
Save of the game right there by Gagnon.
It was.
Save of the game.
Seemed like a short thing goal for St. Joe's. Sawyer Gagnon was able to find a way.
Gets his arms in the way and just gets his body in the way and makes that stop.
Especially coming off that Rivier miscue, Tom. That would really
turnover,
hurt.
yeah, really bad turnover. That would have been a tough one. Then down 2 and force the uphill climb again.
Instead, they have a chance to tie in this possession. Deflected shot never found its way to Trey McCann. And Rivier will retain possession. Nicholas Tavares goes to get it. He's got Michael Ferentz to his left.
That was a point-blank Blue Jay shot.
Yeah, should have been a slam dunk.
Should have been, and Gagnon with the save.
Jeffrey Potter.
And you're tempted to go high
Off
on a shot
pick.
like that.
Potter,
he's going to be able to get in.
Puts it on the ground. It's kind of a missed shot there. That's on the turf, and we have a whistle. A hold is called.
And it's going to be on
against St. Joe's.
Right, but no flag, no foul. It's just a possession hold.
Infraction favors Rivier as they try to tie this GNAC quarterfinal match. Down 6-5, but Rivier with possession.
12:30 to play.
Putting the brakes on, Heitmiller. Mercier to
moving
Potter
the ball
behind
very
the
well.
net. Ekman trying to pass it, loose ball, and St. Joe's wins the ground ball
big ground
cleanly.
ball pickup. This is where St. Joe's has had trouble, and it shows its face again. St. Joe's is not clearing the ball very well, and that is a big advantage for Riv if they can take advantage of it. Ooh, and the possession goes to St. Joe's.
Jeffrey Potter seemed to do a good job of scoop the loose ball and absorb the hit, and somehow the whistle goes against Rivier, and it's St. Joe's possession. A couple of Rivier players had clean chances at that loose ball there and kind of overran it and pay the price with the St. Joe's possession. The Blue Jays up by a goal with 11.5 minutes left in this quarterfinal single elimination tournament. The semifinal scheduled for Tuesday and the championship game a week from today on Saturday, the first Saturday in May.
And I believe it's home field advantage.
Home field advantage,
yeah, I think it is, yeah.
No neutral site thing. How much time can they take off the clock in this possession? The shot clock's at 27 now for St. Joe's. They'll be forced to make a move here soon. Dancing around in front.
Yep, now they got to hurry up with a shot. They only have 14 seconds left to do it.
Paltoff with a good-looking shot. Might have missed, but Sawyer Gagnon was wise to it as it soared past.
Not on goal. He's got a chance here. Right there.
Goal!
Yep. I saw it. He made a move to the left, then he darted to the right, and he took 2 steps to the clear, and he gets a big goal.
Evan Baden, senior attacker from Burlington, Connecticut, makes it a 7-5 St. Joe's advantage.
And he made that on his own.
Evan Baden has given a little bit of a cushion to the Blue Jays with 10:44 to go. Blue Jays gaining an advantage off of these face-offs.
I still have faith in the Rivier firepower. They have a lot of it.
They just need the ball, Tom.
Yeah, no kidding.
And it's loose. And
they
St.
don't
Joe's
get
is
it.
more alert to it right there as they collect. Garrett Lazor with the win of the loose ball. St. Joe's took 73 seconds off the shot clock when they scored that. Tom, they had 7 seconds left when Baden scored. That made it hurt doubly as they executed the strategy, take time off and score.
We're about 12 seconds away from getting underneath the 10-minute mark.
Yeah.
And getting into single digits. I still think we're going to OT, John Collins.
Yeah, the Blue Jays content to take half of the shot clock off.
I mean, is there any doubt what their game plan was coming in? Any doubt?
Yeah, shorten the game.
Shorten the game. That's
Get
what
up
they want to
ahead
do.
and stay there.
You give up 20 goals to a team in a regular season. That's what you want to do, is shorten the game.
They surrendered the tie at 5-5, but now threatening to pull away by 3. 19 seconds left to shoot something here. And
Gagnon,
the loose ball.
Gagnon is the key here because he's got to see the ball.
And Rivier wrestles it away.
That's a big turnover and a great job by the Raiders.
Causalino cuts back to the middle. Gaining ground. Causalino stumbles.
Going to have a trip.
It will be
going to
called.
have a trip. And it's going to put St. Joe's a man down. That's a big call.
Wondering if they gain a stoppage. Personnel change from Rivier on the fly. Michael Zapatka is number 2 as he passes it to Ferentz near side. Michael Ferentz, the junior attackman from Salem, New Hampshire, trying to cut it to a 1-goal game. In front, dishing it, and Tavares not able to receive it.
Right, but see, the penalty is the key there because now, as soon as they got possession, it goes back to Riv, and there'll be a man down.
Instead of St. Joe's having the ball and able to work it out of their own end.
Yeah, 1 minute on a trip at midfield, which is not where you want to commit a penalty. If you're going to commit a penalty, do it down low. Don't do it at midfield.
So, yeah, ideally there, Tom, if Rivier scores, they still get to enjoy the man advantage afterward. But
it's a 60-second penalty.
60-second penalty for the trip. Ferentz with a little bit of room. Kobe Mercier, Jeffrey Potter, Nicholas Tavares. Up top, back it goes, and around it goes. Thinking about the shot, Mercier. Ferentz will let it fly.
What a big
Saved by
save.
McCann as he stumbles out of the goal with possession.
McCann, if you see him move, still a little sore from that hit.
Yes, he is.
But that is a big save. But here's the problem that St. Joe's has. He's moving it down the field.
Loose ball.
They don't do it very well.
Picked up by Mercier.
Yep. See,
emerges from traffic.
That's an advantage that Riv's got. And another foul.
Another foul. 2 on the play. They both must be against St. Joe's or we would have a stoppage. Nicholas Tavares with it. Big possession here. If a Rivier can score, they'd have 2-man advantage and a 1-goal game. Instead, save made by McCann. Loose ball. Who's going to get it? It is a St. Joe's possession and a stoppage.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait to hear the calls on the 2 penalties called. The flags
But
fly.
you see what the difference is St. Joe's does not move the ball downfield very well. They've got to probably run it down instead of shoot it down if they can do that.
Michael Callahan, who may be St. Joe's best defender, goes off for a minute for a slash.
So another advantage for Riv. They've had 3 of them and just haven't been able to come up with any.
7:40 left to go. Down by 2. Rivier. Mercier.
Oh, he's got
a couple of goals.
St. Joe's cut it off.
Up top, Ferentz.
I'd look for Mercier here. I think he's got the best
Connor
shot.
Eck. Mercier passes it. Tough reception there. Good job by Jeffrey Potter.
Almost halfway through the penalty.
Mercier, you can see the defender staying in the shooting lane on Mercier.
They're all in the box, right? It's almost like hockey.
Yeah, they'd have
Defenders
to get around
in the
him
box.
if you want to let it fly. Ferentz.
Right. Forcing the play back out. And now it's 20 seconds left. And another long shot. And you know what? St. Joe's has got possession.
They do.
And
they're
they
going
have
to be able
it,
to kill
and
off
they're
the
going to kill
final
off
10
the clock.
seconds.
And now, the clock is now a factor here. We're 6:48 to play. A lot can happen in 6:48 in the sport of lacrosse. But here, no. That's a big play. They're looking for a call there on Gagnon as he came out to try to intercept that ball.
I think they got the call.
Let's see. Timeout on the field.
Yeah, I think it's a timeout by.
That play surprised me. That pass,
Yeah.
long pass like that.
Right, in that situation.
Yeah, I think what you're trying to do with that long pass is maybe wind the clock down.
Well, I think your key phrase in this game, Tom, is you write this potentially is going to be long shot.
Long shot.
Because in many ways, we just saw another one, a long shot pass that was completed.
Yeah, I know it.
As
they haven't done too many of that.
If you're Rivier, you see that pass, you're thinking that has to be intercepted. Instead, they complete the pass, just like they completed that long shot.
It's always great to work a game with another writer because you just gave him, if St. Joe's wins, you just gave me my lead. If they lose, then if I lose, John, then everything you just told me is useless.
It's useless, yes. The literal long shot. And, wow, we'll never forget that. And like I said, at halftime, you would hope, if you're the Rivier fans, that you just make a footnote of that goal that was scored by Jay Kajander at the closing second of the
And
first
I've known
half.
Jay Delanoy since he took over this program. And his first goal was get us a home field for a GNAC playoff game. It took him a few years to do it. He got it.
Yeah.
He got it. He got it 2 or 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I think. And he got a great home game last year that I think was a signature moment for his program. They lost in the semis, unfortunately, but it was still a great event here.
Yeah.
This is going to be a tough one if they don't pull it off.
You're talking about expected,
I still say.
Expectations.
Yes, I still say we're either going down to the last shot of this game or we're going to OT.
Okay.
All right?
You are on the record with 6.5 minutes to go.
It just seems like it's going to be that way.
There's a slight feeling of dread here. Like if you're a Bruins fan right now,
I'll
if
tell
you're
you
a
what.
Rivier fan, you're kind of in the same boat.
Well, I'll tell you what. If St. Joe's takes a 3-goal lead, and then you're going to see some very quick offensive play by Riv. Very quick.
Meanwhile,
and now you're going to see St. Joe's just kind
of the up man.
No.
No,
it's a possession call.
Possession call.
Yeah.
So 50 seconds on the shot clock, and St. Joe's is going to take all of it. They're going to probably shoot this thing with less than 10 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Now you see why there's a shot clock. If there was no shot clock, they'd be able to take this thing down in 3 minutes.
They'd probably just play keep away the entire rest of the game.
They're going to have to watch that.
Dancing to his right, Christian Decker, who has scored 4 goals. Is that right in this one?
Yes, Decker with 4.
7. Oh, a nice play by the defense there. They get the ball away from Decker. Loose ball fought for at midfield. Over and back called against St. Joe's.
Yep, that's a big turnover. A great play by Riv to force that turnover.
Yes.
And now the Raiders have possession again. St. Joe's
key possession again.
Getting a little too cute with the clock, and that throws them out off their rhythm. You know what I mean?
Right.
As much as they want to take the time off.
Yep. It almost eliminates.
You get a little too complacent, and Riv makes a defensive poke, and there the ball goes. And the way the ground balls are working, Riv has done a better job.
Static kind of on offense.
Yeah, this is going to be a big goal right here. I think Riv's going to score on this possession. I really do.
Mercier trying to make a profit of Tom King as he thought about the shot, passed it up. Heitmiller can score from distance. He goes to his left. Shoots it, scores! Chris Heitmiller. Big goal. 7-6 contest with 5:03 remaining. What a shot under pressure by the Nashuan. Chris Heitmiller. Inside the left post, about waist high. Blistering
and now
shot by
a big
Heitmiller.
face-off. Riv wins this face-off. We could be tied in a matter of seconds.
I want to get Pete out. I think I don't see any lights on this board. For some reason, I'm a little concerned about that.
touch it.
Oh, it's just
There we go.
okay.
It just
Oh,
dims
it
on its
dims
own.
on its
All right.
own. I'm looking at our control panel. It's completely
Completely
gone dark, and
yeah,
I'm thinking,
exactly.
oh, we still on?
It's kind of like a computer that goes to sleep. Which I
Don't
hate.
want to miss this last 4.5 minutes.
No, you don't.
7-6 contest, and Rivier regains possession after their goal. And going to work, Chris Heitmiller has got a pair in this one, looking for the hat trick. Backs it out.
Plenty of time.
Yep.
Now it's anybody's game.
Going to shoot it. It's kind of a wild-looking shot.
Oh, it got
Turned
deflected.
into a ground
It
ball.
got deflected,
It
John.
did.
That's what happened.
Never made its way
But
through.
you notice
St. Joe's throws it away. Great interception there by Adam Haley as he springs the fast break. Ferentz, Riv with a chance to tie late in this GNAC quarterfinal. 3:45 to
That's
go.
a big turnover and a big play by Haley.
To his left goes Jeffrey Potter, double teamed. Looking for a teammate to pass to. It's going to be Heitmiller.
If you're Riv right now, you're looking at 3.5 minutes left, possibly in your season. I don't think that's going to be the case.
Heitmiller launches. It gets blocked immediately.
A
I
race
think
for the ball.
Jackson Holliday blocked
Look
it.
at
The
that.
defender. Barbati has it for
Oh,
St.
boy.
Joe's. Chance to go back up by 2.
Yeah, but
They
their
lose it on the turf.
Their passing has just been horrendous in this last few minutes. They need to be able to hold on to the ball.
Evan Baden, who has a goal in this one.
If I'm Riv, I just pull out all the stops defensively. Hack, hack, hack. Get that ball loose, and you'll probably get it back. And if I'm St. Joe's, I want to get down closer rather than give Riv the ball near midfield if you turn it over, which they have a propensity to do here.
And Decker's shot, great save as he traps it by Sawyer Gagnon.
That's a big save by Gagnon.
Oh, yes, against St. Joe's top goal scorer.
Yes, exactly.
Mercier gets the launch and a snag.
turnover. Oh,
Snagging that loose ball.
he was tempted to shoot it all the way down the field, and he stopped doing it.
Errant pass.
Oh, this is another long pass.
It's
It's not been their game. I don't know why they keep doing it.
yeah, Jeffrey Potter intercepts the ill-advised pass by St. Joe's. 2:10.
2:09 left.
And Rivier needs the equalizer. Timeout called by the Raiders.
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
2:04 remaining.
This is just great stuff.
It's
huh?
dramatic
I told
stuff. And the difference in the game, you might go back to that goal again. You know, at the end of the first half, the improbable
Would that be
happened.
incredible if that?
Yeah, if it's a one-goal win, yeah. It would magnify the amazement. But there's 2:04
I don't
of the
think
script
I
left
don't
to
think
be
that's
written.
going to be the difference.
No, huh?
I don't. No, I think Riv's going to pull out this game. I think they're going to tie it. I think it's going to go to OT, and they're going to win it in OT. Because in OT, they would have the advantage because they have the better scorers and they have the better ability to possess the ball. They win faceoffs, they pick up ground balls, and they intercept the ball a lot. St. Joe's turns it over too many times. They've had the ball. They have had so many possessions to try to salt this thing away, and they've just said, "Here, Riv, take it." They keep giving it to Riv and saying, "We don't really want this, Riv. Here, you take it." And Riv's got to take advantage of it.
Wow.
Great stuff.
It is great stuff.
It really is.
That goal we were talking about, scored by the length of the field as time expired in the first half, scored by Jay Kajander of Reading, Massachusetts. And it is a difference in this game right now. 7-6 contest. St. Joe's of Connecticut in the lead, but Rivier with possession and so many talented goal scorers who need again to come up clutch under pressure here, as Chris Heitmiller was able to do a couple of times. Will he be the one that takes the shot? We'll find out. Looks like the restart will be over here as the official has the ball in his hand upraised. And Rivier will be on the attack.
Let's see. All right, John. Pick out your guy to score the tying goal. Who are you saying is going to be?
I think Heitmiller
Yeah,
has been playing some fearless lacrosse.
Yeah,
He's willing to shoot it.
I was going to say Heitmiller as well.
Ferentz?
I'll go with Heitmiller.
Ball starts out in the
But
hands.
he's got to move up. Heitmiller's got to move up into
Yeah.
play. So
He's being marked very
Yeah,
closely.
he really
you
is.
notice
They're doing
away
a good-
from the ball.
They're doing a good job. So
One
maybe
defender
not.
is not even looking at the ball. He's just got
Under
looking.
2 to play.
Here's
Ferentz.
Ferentz. He gets loose. He's in front. He's going to pass it to Mercier. Shot. No goal. They're going to wave it off. Somebody was in the crease.
Yep, someone was in the
Oh.
crease. Ouch.
Huge call goes against Rivier as it takes a goal off the board, it looked like, went in.
With 1:50 on
Loose
that clock.
ball.
See, look at St. Joe's with the turnovers.
Michael Callahan.
Oh,
And
137.
timeout St. Joe's
Yep.
now with
Okay,
136
so you got
to go.
136 to play, 61 on the shot clock. So you got, what do you, 30 seconds to play with,
Yeah,
right?
35 seconds
35
if you take
seconds
the
or
whole
so
thing.
if you take the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that. I think you're going to have to take a shot somewhere in between.
Well, technically, you don't have to
10.
take a shot. If you think that if you can just take all that time off.
I don't think
and
you
that-
can. I think Riv 30
Oh,
seconds.
Riv will get
I think Riv will
possession?
get possession.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you can,
Yeah.
if you can keep possession,
If you can,
right.
yeah,
But I don't think that's the case.
right. All
And
right.
I think that with I don't know if St. Joe's can hold the ball that long because Riv is very good. They've shown that they've been very good in this half at creating turnovers and stealing and taking the ball, knocking it out of the basket, doing everything they can to disrupt St. Joe's rhythm in terms of possession. So, and they're going to be even more anxious to do it now.
That,
Wow, huh?
At April 1st games, ancient history, 20-12
Yep.
win for
But did
Rivier.
I tell you this is good
Playoff
stuff?
lacrosse. You did.
You know, I said,
said this
you know,
is
but,
one of the
but when I
top-
saw the score in regular season, like, oh, geez, it might not be that great a game, you know. Oh, they're gonna look at me and say, why did we do this? It's not gonna be that great. Well, look at this. I mean, this is just unbelievable.
It is. It is something else from beginning to end. The drama built into this playoff game, and the shot making and the saves, top notch here in this GNAC quarterfinal at Joanne Merrill Field at Rivier University. The host Raiders up against the lower seeded, or I should say the higher number seeded St. Joe's.
And
Blue Jays.
here we go.
St. Joe's with possession with 1.5 minutes to go.
He's gonna run around. He can hold the ball for a while, right?
Yeah,
He's just
trying
gonna
to
run
run
around.
away from everybody.
That's just it. Run around.
That's Michael Callahan with
Riv
the
is doing
short
everything
stick.
they can. It's an empty net almost. Now Gagnon moves back into it. Every time the ball leaves the basket for St. Joe's, Riv's
Yeah.
got to try for that ball.
That's Evan Baden that's been doing most of the ball
Boy.
handling. He's got it again. Baden.
1:04 to play.
So the goaltender's out. They changed goalies today.
Oh,
Ball's on the turf. And loose ball.
St. Joe's going to pick it up.
52 seconds.
Wow. Look at this. Look at this.
45 seconds.
Boy, John.
8 on the shot clock, Tom. They got to get rid of it. Decker shoots and scores, and that may be it.
That could be it.
2-goal lead with 37 seconds left. It is a Decker game. Christian Decker, I believe that's number 5 for him. 5 of the 8. And it might be too big of a lead to overcome.
Well, you win the face-off and get a quick goal, it won't be, right? That's the key. The face-off is now the key.
St. Joe's has had the edge in face-offs in this
Ouch.
game.
Boy.
Decker got loose in a shooter's position, and he came through. 37 seconds left to go. Face-off won by St. Joe's.
Oh, my.
And a
That's
chance
not
to run
good.
it out.
Yep, they can just run it out now.
Barbati eludes some defenders, passes it, and now trying to run to space.
That just run behind the goal.
St.
Just
Joe's
run.
controlling it.
Don't even try to let it fly. If you're St. Joe's, if you're Riv, knock it out.
15 seconds left to go.
Knock it out. See, that's what they're doing right there.
Double team the attacker, and
Whistle
the
blows.
whistle will go against St. Joe's.
Wow.
So long pass downfield is intercepted, and at 5 seconds left,
That'll do it.
St. Joe's is going to win this contest. This GNAC
Unbelievable.
quarterfinal won by the Blue Jays of St. Joseph. They come back from 20-12 loss on April 1st to win the playoff game. 8-6 the final. A disappointing outcome for Rivier, but certainly St. Joseph, the Blue Jays came in with a great game plan. They came in with great goaltending in Trey McCann, had so many top-notch saves in this one, and of course the 5 goals by Decker, the one that salted it away with under a minute to go, none bigger. And so it is an 8-6 victory, and good luck to the St. Joseph Blue Jays as they move along in the GNAC tournament into the semifinals on Tuesday.
Incredible game, John Collins.
Yes.
Incredible game. I thought for sure Riv was going to take this thing to overtime. Didn't happen.
Also incredible, I'm going to do another game with Tom King later tonight at the same field. It'll be a different sport, however. So for my fine camera crew, Dylan Smith and Tim O'Neill, executive producer Pete Johnson, and my partner Tom King, I'm John Collins. Thank you for watching. And once again, the final GNAC quarterfinal win for St. Joe's over Rivier, 8-6. Good evening, everybody, from Nashua.